Harry, another shocking, abysmal, embarrassing, pathetic, moronic clown performance from Manchester United, beaten 3-1 at Brentford. Can it get any worse under Ruben Amorim?
Yeah, look, so, I think that when you're getting tactically schooled by a set-piece coach with 3 games as a manager in his whole life, your days are numbered. I think, losing to a team that will be fighting relegation at the end of the season is completely unacceptable. But to be fair to Brentford, they didn't do that, they won. So
it only took VAR 57 minutes to give the penalty. How disappointed were you with Bruno missing it?
No, not at all. So all the lads were kissing and hugging Bruno, cracking open bottles of champagne. Obviously missing that penalty is probably going to get rid of the Poundland Portuguese Pep wannabe. So he's a hero. That's why he's captain. Probably the greatest thing he's ever done for the club. So
the man is completely clueless. What did Ruben Amorim say in the dressing room after the game?
Nothing really. He was just sitting in the corner shaking, saying, please don't let them get a throw-in or a penalty. And then he was on the phone, something about a taxi to Manchester Airport as quick as possible. But we volunteered to drop him off because, we just want him gone as soon as possible. So
Harry, it was just such a pathetic performance. Where do you think the game was lost today?
Yeah, so I think the game was probably lost on the pitch, as it normally is. I think, our £700 million midfield was struggling to cope with a 45-year-old who couldn't get a game in Saudi Arabia. Yeah.
Ruben Amorim has lost 87 games and he's only managed 46. I mean, what on earth are idiots doing, Harry?
Yeah, look, idiots have probably spent £500 million on hiring and backing a manager with a 1%, 1% win percentage, and a phobia of penalty shootouts. So it looks like they don't really know what they're doing. So
the players looked utterly dejected after the game. How have they reacted to another pathetic performance?
Yeah, look, the lads are feeling, obviously, Brian and Kinder Bueno. It was difficult for him today. At the end of the game, he was trying to, go into the Brentford dressing room, but luckily, he couldn't fit through the frame of the door. He was refusing to get on the team bus, later on. But, we managed to coax him on with a couple of sausage rolls. So